Okay, we're testing the mic on the wireless Rode Go 2. This is a trip to the gym. We're testing out to see if this modafinil substitute is any good. It will enhance the workout. Again, testing the mic. Is it any good? Is it loud? Does it override the engine? Test, 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 test. So for this test, we're using the inbuilt feature of the Rode Wireless Go 2 to record sounds without it being connected to the camera. So it's uncompressed, so we want to see how good the quality is. And then we'll merge it to the footage of the video. And then we'll use that footage, or we'll use that audio for the footage. So from here we're heading to one of my favorite gyms, Gym Box. This one is in central London. We'll try a quick workout. And then we'll see how it goes. So today is a Tuesday afternoon, so I guess everyone's on lunch from work. We're just passing King's Cross. The good thing about this video camera is that the mic stand is invisible. So in this 360-degree camera footage, the mic stand should now be invisible. Sometimes, normally because this camera is recording every angle, you will usually see the mic pop in. Hopefully this time the footage should be pure, so you don't see that coming in. A quick tip on the bike. Don't hit the front brake if you're taking a turn. Use the back brake, especially at slow speeds. For better control, use the back brake. Never the front brake in the turn. Or just go slow enough so you can take the turn. Quick tip on the bike. this is my R125 Yamaha. It's the best bike for commuting in the city of London, since it's so small and agile with smaller turning circles. It's much easier to use than the R6 and especially the R1. And you'll normally beat most cars in the city. So if you're looking for a bike for the city, I definitely recommend the Yamaha R125, the YZF model. And if you're using your bike more on the motorways, definitely go for the bigger models, the R6 or the R1. But just remember, with these Yamaha bikes, they are built for speed. You know, so it's not built for long distance traveling or touring. So you might find the posture and the aggressive seating style to not be so comfortable, right? As opposed to sitting upright on a bike. It's very important to choose wisely based on what you want to use the bike for. If you want to go to the racetrack, I recommend the sports bike, definitely. And there's another thing, this camera model is so heavy, it will often move on its swivel. But the good thing about having a 360-degree camera is that it will still record all angles regardless. So the good thing about 360-degree camera, again, it will always record every angle regardless of its position. But this is another good reason to get a 360-degree camera over a normal type camera. Always remember to check your blind spots whenever you turn. So just before you make that committed turn, in the biking world it's called a, what is it called again? A lifesaver. To have that same effect to save your life potentially. So before you position yourself, before you signal, do a lifesaver check, just like this. Good thing about riding a bike in London is that usually the bus lanes are free for you to ride on, whereas the cars can't get you. So it's usually a safer lane to be on, especially if you're very safety focused or if you're new to the road. It's a good thing to stay on the bike lanes where the cars can't come. Like this one. So in this bike lane, if we look at the sign, coaches, buses, taxis, bicycles and motorbikes are allowed on it. So it's great if you are, afraid or you're anxious of other vehicles on the road. Use the bus lane, but it's usually empty, or it usually has, slow moving buses which can maneuver around very easily. So again, this is a good thing with the Yamaha R125 is that you can weave in within the traffic, very small turning circles, very nicely. be cautious when you're crossing paths or intersections. You never know what's going to pop out. Some people might just be turning, so always watch your speed at these points while riding. It's always about safety, because once you drop this bike, sometimes there's no return. It's going to cost a hell of a lot of money to fix. Especially this bike, a Japanese bike, it's going to cost a lot to fix. Again, you know, easy to get into the small parts of the road, almost like a moped. So this is the benefit of this smaller bike if you want to use it in the city. So again, this is a great speed for using the back brake. Don't need to rely on the more powerful front brake. When you go at these speeds, use the back brake, you get more control, you know. So especially if your bike doesn't have what's known as ABS, which is anti-lock braking system. Without the ABS, if you don't brake accordingly, particularly while turning, particularly while the floor is wet, your brake discs are liable to seize up on you, and this is what causes a lot of accidents, especially when it's in the front wheel. That could cause very bad accidents, which I have done in the past. So I'll really recommend getting a bike that has ABS. That will help you with the braking system. So that's one less potential accident to worry about, right? When I ride, I always listen to typically music soundtracks from films or games. So I find it just helps me to focus on the road. So I'm going to play the soundtrack that I'm using right now and put it onto this video once edited. So we're at the gym now, we're just going to find a point to park. Hopefully there's spaces. So that, my friends, is the benefit of using the Yamaha R125 in the City of London. Very small, very light and easy to move. Hope this video helped.